Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we're back to another recording of The Binding of Isaac Rebirth. So we're doing our one last runs, playing on hard. Now, playing as Maggie here will reduce our speed by 1 tick, and I think really just highlights the fact that 1 tick is too much, frankly. Like, basically a tick on your out of 6 or 7, how many is it, like 7 ticks for any stat really represents about 10 to maybe even 100 scale of different changes that you can have. So while Maggie does start with Yum Heart and does start with 1 more Red Heart, it kind of completely gets undermined by just this immediate need to try and get a speed up in a game, particularly on hard mode, where you may just never get a speed up item. Here we have a dark blue item giving us flies. But yeah, we can definitely feel that this is slow, and what you could do on easy with maybe a sacrifice room becomes, I think, even less likely to be useful on hard mode, because I don't think you even have a chance of improving your I don't think you even have a chance of getting a reward from the sacrifice room until you have taken a significant amount of damage. Like, ideally, you would want this explosive guy to blow up next to that rock, the blue tinted rock, but that's not going to happen at this rate. Just have flies everywhere, and we're waiting for the Are You a Wizard pill to wear off, which seems to be taking an incredibly long amount of time. Ironically, the second it does wear off is the point I take damage. So now we would, I think, want to see if we could convince this guy to come up here, but he seems to be stuck on rocks. Plus, he didn't explode anyways, so it doesn't really matter. So yeah, theoretically you would want a boss rush with Maggie as much as you'd want a boss rush with any of the other characters, but there is that increased chance that you're not going to be able to boss rush. Your strategy definitely changes, I think, more towards the idea of simply running and avoiding damage. And of course, when you're playing in hard mode, you're just kind of already there. Like, there really isn't a point where you could play as Maggie and rely on her health increase to make you have a better experience. Best case scenario, once you've reached a point where you're competent enough at Isaac to start playing on hard, you would just do devil deals and trade 1 extra red heart, and the D6 I think very quickly gets traded. I mean, the Yum Heart gets very quickly traded, maybe with a D6, so that you can potentially have a better pickup. There you go, Faith Tract. Oh, let's not walk onto the fire. Capricorn all stats up. So that gets you potentially a little bit faster, but like you see still in this case the speed is still at 1 tick, so even though it did increase everything to a noticeable degree, it's not being depicted correctly in the interface. And yeah, Isaac is kind of constantly having that issue where it is intentionally trying to hide things from you as if that would be a important part or aspect of the game. Alright, well, let me ask this. Can I go diagonally and pick up an item? No, I can't. Okay, well, good to know. So we'll trade over to the 7 Deadly Sin book. Seems fairly obvious that there is a secret room here. Wow, it isn't there. I really wish I had Stompy, but I guess since I don't, do you want to use a 5-cent battery and then a 5-cent soul heart? 2 of hearts. Then a 3-cent pill. I guess you pop that here. I guess we take this into the fight with us. And then we go back and we get the other card after the fact. Getting the 7 Deadly Sin. I should have taken this for a guaranteed return instead of looking for the secret room. Since we now have the 7 Deadly Sin book, that should, darn it, increase our chances of running into the 7 Deadly Sin rooms, which might give us more opportunities for more rewards. As one of the things about Isaac that I don't think probably gets explained quite as well as it should, that you actually want more challenging rooms and more special rooms. They're not just punishments, they're also opportunities for reward. But yeah, that is kind of the same problem with the main game element, is that it just is too subtle about telling you stats when breaking it down and saying everything there is to be said about the game and just giving actual numbers might be more informative. And that's not just Isaac though. A lot of RPG games with elements, stat elements, have that same problem where the numbers are there, you know the numbers are there, but they just don't put them in the forefront. And usually it doesn't matter. Like, Diablo is kind of a great example, where internally the different items might have significantly different attack amounts, but it's more just a look and feel desire as far as what item you'll get, as long as they're roughly at the same level. Borderlands is the exact opposite of that, because it is constantly showing you the numbers, but arguably sometimes the numbers misconstrue or can be misinterpreted in such a way that it makes a gun feel like it would be a lot better than it actually is. Borderlands is probably one of the ultimate examples of a game that puts all the numbers up front and uses that as a selling piece. Clearly we're not boss rushing here. Hmm. And when you think about the true reception of Isaac and how the way Isaac has been received is pretty much the way any game with a niche following would be received, I don't feel like you're serving the vast majority of the audience well by hiding things behind just obtuse menus. Like that, sure, it may slow down or confuse a streamer in the first couple of days that a new expansion comes out, but after that point, you're just then pretty much confusing the rest of your players for no good reason. Like, I should be able to tell you directly whether one item is better than another item and exactly what every item does in this game, and it's just not the case. And Rebirth addresses that, or at least a mod for Rebirth addresses that, because it adds, maybe it's a couple mods, it adds a menu on the left side of the screen that tells you exactly to 2 decimal places what your attack is. If you walk near an item, it pops up a hover notification to show you what that item does with a short description. Everything you would want and everything that has been used externally using websites like platinumgod.co.uk have now just been kind of integrated, and the fact that these websites existed in the first place should have been an indicator after even the original Isaac that they needed to make more of a modification to, so people aren't going to websites to find out how your game works. And arguably, I think it is fair to be fairly critical and say that the mods to explain what things do and to show stats better should have been either integrated in Afterbirth, not Repentance DLC, just like the first DLC after Rebirth, if you're going by the concept of Rebirth just being a direct remake of whatever Isaac was at the end of its release in the Wrath of Lamb DLC. It's a little surprising that you can't, in Rebirth, toggle the Wrath of the Lamb DLC and just play the original Isaac game. But you probably are playing the original Isaac game the first few runs before you can fight Mom's Heart, before you can fight Satan and Mega Satan and the Blue Baby and Isaac. All of that probably is extremely close, if not directly, what the original Isaac game before any DLC would have had or would have been. Now we have to make the long haul all the way back, and we should think about secret rooms, whether we want to go in that direction and try and find a secret room or not. 2020 doubling our shot helps, and our damage is not good per se at the moment, so there is definitely a consideration to have there. I can blow this up and put a bomb here, blow it up, and then use a key. So we just have to hope that a bomb and a key are worth whatever this gives us. 2 keys and 2 coins and a bomb back. That is not worth it. But we'll see if we can figure out where the super secret room is. Nope. Oh, I should have put down the Wheel of Fortune. We could have gambled a few times with the Wheel of Fortune and then blown it up, searching for the I was about to say that wasn't too bad, but then I remembered this was the guy that breaks up a whole bunch, so this is pretty awful damage that it's taking several hits just to break him down to one next level. There we go. Takes forever. Now we don't know how much health we have, but whatever. I do know, I think we have some soul hearts, so Sweet Suffering's probably a good deal. Rotten Baby's a good deal. Taking that didn't do anything for us. Infested Baby, Rotten Baby, whatever, will give us flies, and flies tend to be pretty powerful. It has little mini heat-seeking missiles. I don't know if it's really worth it to go into a challenge room. Theoretically, I should leave that on the floor. Yeah, I don't know how I would have gotten through that room without taking damage. That feels like an impossible to escape room. Okay. I guess what you do here, even though I just took damage and I probably ruined our deal with the devil, is we should take the fight now and then look for more things later. I'll leave the black heart. Take the fight now, hope we can get a deal with the devil. We are still high enough on health where it would make sense, and frankly if we could get like Guppy's Paw, that could then turn around a lot of our setup. Alright, well, probably not going to be able to reroll that, so it just will take it. It's probably not worth a bomb to try and get just one coin. Looks like the secret room very easily could be here. There's another black heart. What we need is keys, and we don't seem like we're getting keys. And what would be nice is to get Humbling Bundle to double the potential, of the items when we do use the Book of Sin. Speed up. Nothing wrong with that. One key. And one bomb. Okay. Like, ideally the secret room would be here, but it's not, and this room tells us it's not there or there, which then tells us it kind of has to be here. That gives us a whole bunch of coins. 15 cents is definitely worth it to check out. Okay. The problem here is, of course, we're going to go to the shop and then potentially need to immediately buy a key. Okay. So, sharp plug. And then, ideally, we can get 3 cents, but don't really have a lot of faith that's going to happen. We do have a couple places still to search. So we're not done yet. But we are kind of quickly running out of places. I can't take on the challenger, can I? We have no bombs. You can't get anything more. Best case scenario, we go into the cursed room and get something really good in there, and that didn't happen. Like, it would be fairly stupid to go into the be fairly stupid to go into the sacrifice room. There you go, pyro. It gives us 99 bombs, which that does potentially open up a path to some pills and some coins. Okay. Darn it. Clearly I'm not warmed up here. Take a key. Go this direction. See if maybe we can make a good use of a few bombs. There, I cleared off the entire room with 4. Is it really worth it to blow up just 2 rocks with 1 bomb? Probably not. Is it worth it to blow up 1 mushroom with 1 bomb? Probably more than blowing up 2 rocks. More bombs, more coins, but that was our key. I'm looking for a small rock to increase my damage. I don't think that's gonna happen. Oh, we do have this, which gave us a key. If I put a rock there, I wouldn't get it. 2 mushrooms there. 2 mushrooms there. We do have speed up pills in our pull, so there is a real reason here to continue to look for pills. And we've already identified the pills also. Health down. Darn it. Yeah, I think that's about as much as we can do. But yeah, that wasn't terrible by any means. We're taking forever, as usual, but if I could just make it to the boss fight here, I still would feel fairly confident if I could get flying. We don't have any items towards Guppy or anything yet, so this would be one of those runs where just getting like an angel deal to let you fly, or a devil deal that lets you fly, might be better off than going for the full Guppy run. So just trying to focus here, going a little quiet. There definitely, as a video game critic, is kind of an obvious point where a game like this has too much repetitive content and too difficult of content. So when you're up to your like dozenth time you played the game, you probably don't have anything new to say, or you just can't speak anyways because you're too busy avoiding taking damage. Darn it. Oh, we know that is bad gas. So we could have used it, but we couldn't just also leave it. Trying fairly difficult here run to figure out where the dumb boss room is. Half a red heart. A mushroom 1-up would also be really appreciated. Yeah, speed up pills seem to be about the only pill though that's good, so we kind of need a PhD to justify a continued pill run. Tears down, amnesia, are you a wizard? If those became good pills, they might change things quite a bit, but I'm not sure. Okay, bomb here, bomb here. Bomb here. Bomb here. See if we can get all three of those with that. Yeah, this pill run is not working out well. So if this is there, then it's a super secret room there. No. Is it here? Yes. I'm looking for coins and like soul hearts, but we didn't get either of those. Okay. I guess again you just, even though you might take red heart damage here, we probably should just go and take this now. It's not like we're going into mom's foot. Wow, that spider just jumped at me really, really fast. Halfway across the screen, jumping and nearly hitting me in the face. Well, range up is a good upgrade. Like, damage up, of course, is preferable, but oddly, there seems to be less chances of getting a range up than there is a damage up, so early game in particular, range ups do play a role. Of course, once you get to that ultimate point in which that would make sense, Azazel as a character, it seems like there's just no level of range ups that would be good enough. I don't know if I really want to buy the broken watch. Yeah. Feels like you should not be getting the broken watch anyways. It feels like you should be getting the regular watch. A discount key for 3 cents is probably not bad, but Fanny Pack. Let's start with that so we can hold a second trinket. That's probably a stupid decision. We probably have enough reason to go for that. Alright, let's just take it. We'll take one hit. And we're now flying. Ooh. I did not realize that gave us the ability to fly. Right? We are just straight up flying now. Interesting. We're gonna have to kind of re-look through this entire floor now and hopefully avoid taking any damage because of the Eternal Heart situation. I guess we should probably find some coins and get a soul heart as quickly as possible just to be the most safe. Sure. Oh, you failed to pay out, so blow them up and take 2 bombs. Are we looking for the secret room? There went my Eternal Heart. That sucked. I could definitely have used some extra life. Okay. This feels like this might be what a secret room is. Which I think at that point means we found the secret room and the super secret room. So there's nothing else to do. We can now pick up these coins. Yep. Not needing to make a deal with the devil to fly definitely changes the equation. Now we are safer. And we have imaginary friend, Abel's soul. Which, I thought I had the Fanny Pack, so why can I not hold 2 trinkets? Maybe Fanny Pack is the one where you drops items when you take damage. I guess that's what it is. Okay. So arguably I should go into the curse room at that level. Damage and HP up. If I put a bomb here, will I hit both of these? Yes. Is it really worth it to blow up a single thing? No. Flying for free. And yeah, well, we probably would at this point just want to take the head of Krampus. The 7 Deadly Sin book. Not a terrible item, certainly, but I think you replace it with the head of Krampus. Otherwise you take the lump of coal item and that's fine. So we've done like major increases to our range and our damage with modifiers to our damage now. Plus we have a new refrain here where we can run around and fly. Bad gas, tears down. We never blew up these. I'll just fly around to get another bad gas. Then down here we already collected that. We do have like 20 coins, so we should go back and look at the shop. Rethink this. Yeah, I think you take this one. I think you take this one. I think you blow up this. And yeah, I don't think we really need the broken stopwatch anyways. A working stopwatch, or even a broken stopwatch in all fairness, and doing a boss rush would change the equation quite a bit. I could definitely see the idea of fighting enemies that are constantly getting slowed down. So this is Necropolis 1. So we have one more floor to play with before we do Mom's Foot. And we are now in a situation where we can start blowing up skulls, looking for black arts. I don't know if I've really ever figured out what a tinted rock looks like in the case of the Necropolis, and that would still be an issue in later DLCs, I'm sure, where they add more areas and more skins as far as how things look. We'll take that after the fact. It kind of just feels like the pressure is off to go into a room like that after the fact and hope for a deal with the devil room or something like that. I'm surprised I didn't take any damage in that room. Tier bombs. Now when we set off bombs, which makes our bombs even more offensive, potentially. So like just putting a bomb there, for instance, might be helpful. Let's go this way. Yep. Got a sun card. Got a blood bank. So take the sun card and you use the blood bank on that later. I've also got 2 spades, so before we use any keys, we'll try and unlock and double our keys, and then that'll put us in a good position. If we do beat Mom's Heart, there is, I think, still reasons to potentially, I'm just gonna use that card here, go to the chest and just get the completion marks, like, okay. High Priestess, 2 spades double, 12, we go in here, we have a little pill baggie for sale. I think that is worth doing that. Having amnesia, though, was not worth it. And yeah, I guess that paid for itself. Health down. Question mark. Pill. Range up. We still are just trying to hopefully manage our way to a deal with the devil, or deal with the angel. Deal. Let's not blow that up yet. And then we'll check out the rest of this floor. Alright, well. Yeah, the explosive tear shots, particularly for the bloat here, don't feel like they're gonna work particularly well. I think just playing standard Isaac is the better move. Damage up is appreciated, not a coin is appreciated. I suppose you blow up enough rocks if you just stick it here or here. We have a potential problem, I've just realized. When I got the little pill baggie, I feel like that replaced all the cards that were laying on the floor. Yeah. So we now no longer have cards, and instead have only pills, which we'll just buy a key now just to avoid having to go back that direction. We've been here. I think a secret room is there. Give Give this a try. Yep. Like, theoretically, I guess he could give me a Steam sale. Otherwise, he's just gonna give me a bunch of coins. And this is one of those glitched rooms where you should be able to go in through here, but you can't. And the rocks were all missing, and then they spawned in. Let's see if maybe one of those is a tinted rock. Nope. So we'll want to get our health back up to maximum. If we can, go into the challenge room and then go and try and do the blood bank. It is very possible that the blood bank just does not pay out until you've sacrificed a significant amount of health, much like the sacrifice room, making it really stupid to even use the blood bank. Could also be we should double check to see if the blood bank is doing half heart damage or if it's doing full heart damage. I can't help but feel like some of the gameplay mechanics in Isaac were designed by really good players of Isaac, aka the people who programmed Isaac, versus like maybe some more general testing and checking amongst players. Guess we haven't found the super secret room. I'm not sure we are gonna find it. Let's see if it's something here. Nope. I think I could definitely use some spectral tears or whatever it takes to let you actually shoot through those. Let's see, that tear bomb didn't hit him. Okay. Okay, we're running out of options. And it would be fairly stupid to take a health down card. But if I do it, that does get me into the challenge room. So we have to really hope that this challenge room is going to be worth it. We didn't get to deal with the devil, so we're hoping that this adjusts for that. Almost got hit there and didn't realize that. I don't know, for some reason there I thought I was just going to get away with completely ignoring the other side of the screen. Alright, well that sucks. It is almost certainly not worth it to take a health down pill. Just to have gotten a health up or a soul heart. Down we go. Soul heart. The good news is we are getting our health though, so if I could get a PhD, and take some health down cards and turn them into health up cards. That would be nice. I don't know if what amnesia would get twisted into. Think we can put a bomb here without blowing anything up? Yes, we can. Good. We can see in here is another item. So when we hit this, it still is half heart damage. So we're just hoping for a blood bag. We also have sweet suffering, so theoretically that should have done something. Well, it didn't, unfortunately. Oh, and we should have taken this to see what that was. It was luck down. Amnesia versus bad gas. So yeah, I just have a bad pill pull. We didn't get a deal with the devil. Although now would be about the right time to make a deal with the devil, since we have a decent amount of soul hearts and black hearts. Yeah, my luck being down, I don't think is likely to give me $1. So I'm just kind of hoping for soul hearts, maybe red hearts. And even if we did get an amnesia, it would have to be on this. If we were going to get PhD, it would have to be on this floor, and minimal reward for that. I'd also have to have 15 cents, and I just gambled all my money. Yep. No, I think if I just knock this guy onto the spikes and then wait for him to pop up. Nope, spikes won't kill him. Interesting. Range up. Luck down. Bad gas. Guess we'll take bad gas. There we go. There we go. And we're back to having our red health all in max, so theoretically I could go and use the blood machine again. Suppose it's worth spending the bombs to try and blow this up, even though you're not really likely to get a real reward there. And we have to remind ourselves that this is Mom's foot, so this is not the floor to go and take the boss out. And Abel's soul turning you into Blue Baby makes me realize that I was saying the broken Ankh might turn you into Blue Baby when you die, and obviously it doesn't. It must turn you into a different character. But in general, I guess it doesn't matter until you've gotten the completion marks on hard with all the characters. Having an item that would potentially respawn you as a different character is interesting at best and probably wasteful at most, or more often than not. Yeah, we might as well take out this room now. Keen's Eye. I'm not sure we've ever picked that up before. It'd be nice if there was a trinket that did what PhD did, but I don't know if there is. You'd think like the safety cap would be that trinket, but I don't feel like that's what the safety cap does. I took one hit and got 2 soul hearts. That was a nice trade. Yeah, to me, it doesn't feel like Kane's Eye is worth keeping. It seems like it very possibly is just used as a way of telling you whether the next room you're going to is a secret room or super secret room or something like that. We still need our speed and our damage increased. We are not one-hit killing things for sure. Might as well just rest your fingers. Balls of steel. Alright, well. We're running out of places to look. Let's not walk into the fire and take damage. Keys, coins, bombs, health down, and black heart. Are those your stats? Yeah. Still room for improvement. Oh, it just took 2 hits of damage there. Balls of steel. 2 balls of steel. Holding on to things, and 2 black hearts on the floor. So we're practically encouraged at this point to just take some damage and replace lower to the left side items. Okay, so with Dad's key, I guess we're setting ourselves up now for a Mega Satan run. That's really unexpected. I was not thinking we'd go that route. We definitely need some more trade-offs. If that's the case, we need more damage. I would love to get a deal with the devil where I could just trade all 3 of my red hearts, since I'm sitting on 2 balls of steel pills. Yeah, it is looking very likely we will not get to that point. So theoretically, this should work, but I don't know if it really is. If I were to take the blank card and just use it to get more balls of steel and more balls of steel and more balls of steel for every charge. I have seen that work in some version of Isaac. Unfortunately, in this version of Isaac, it seems questionable whether that's really how that goes down. Yeah, I'm gonna go get the cursed room first, and then I'm going to gamble a lot of red hearts. Ceremonial robes sent up. Did we find the secret room? Yes. Did we find the super secret room? Yes. So 1, 2, 3. The one thing that could happen here is we could accidentally not do the things we want to do and hurt ourselves, or use up all the red hearts that are sitting everywhere on this floor. Also got a gambling choice there. We're going to be down to we're going to be down to straight up just the maximum at this rate. Like, so yeah, we'll get all the coins. Kind of doesn't matter if we have red hearts at all, because we're going to be at the maximum black hearts, and that's going to be crazy. Like, arguably at this point it kind of does make sense to potentially just take a health down. But I don't think it fully makes sense. There we go. Okay. So probably is worth it to just do this. That's gonna be pretty useless. Blow up this. And yeah, We're just experimenting here, I guess. We're taking the blank card with us. We're buying this. We're doing this. We're taking this pill, which is just luck down. But we have no ability to actually get cards, so the blank card is fairly useless, other than we just took it out of the item pool. And at the end of the day, we have to take Dad's key with us if we're going with Mega Satan. So that's another consideration. Guess we could run around looking for health down pills. But I think that is kind of silly. Big payout, I guess money equals damage. Could be a big payout. Here's another health down. Which, honestly, I think it probably would be worth it to take the health downs. Like, we found the one case where a health down would be useful. Okay, we've got the dollar bill now. So, Skatole. Potentially. Alright. So I'm going to take the health down pill. I'm going to pull the left trigger. See that it doesn't work. And just move on with my life. That means I am going to take this health down. And that way I can take this instead. Darn it. Well, just protecting the black hearts, since there's just so many soul hearts. We'll just fire. Honestly, I would have just liked Skatole to have paid out at that point. We've got plenty of keys, we've got plenty of bombs. Got a whole nother slot machine to potentially... I don't know if it's even worth messing with. Like, if we were putting money in the donation machine, this would be the time you would put more money in the donation machine. So that item is useless. We might as well have the Book of Sin. And just wait for the long haul, as this game has thrown in the thing that breaks your stride and makes it almost guaranteed that you play a little bit differently, probably a little bit worse, when you get back to actually playing the game. I'm just gonna rest my thumb a little bit here. And I've run out of water. I knew I didn't have enough when I started, particularly for these long-running episodes. Yeah, and this just can go on forever. This beggar would not ever give you a card anyways. So I don't even know if he pays out in soul hearts ever. There we go. Thank goodness. I'm very happy to be done with that. there is a balls of steel somewhere, so we need to be careful to still hold on to that and not forget about it. There's almost an argument to just blowing this up anyways. Like, the only one thing we'd really like is money equals power to just bring up the damage, or pills that are actually good, which of our pill pool, it doesn't feel like there really are too many good pills. There's a speed up pill and a balls of steel pill. That seems to be it. I don't think you can cheat by bringing your luck down enough that it wraps around to like the highest number in an underflow rollover. It'd be funny if it was programmed that way intentionally to allow for that kind of mistake to happen. But yeah, I don't think the game actually works that way. That is the famous story where Gandhi was supposed to have a peacefulness of 0 in Age of Empires, one of the Age of Empires games, I believe it was. And so they gave him a peacefulness of 0, and then certain things would trigger his peacefulness to go lower, thus making him even more peaceful. Problem is he started basically at 0, if not at 0, so when he went downward it rolled all the way around to the highest possible number, and then Gandhi at that point became notorious for being the most aggressive, most violent opponent in Age of Empires. Completely out of character for what he was supposed to represent. Well, the good news is we're gonna run out of coins fairly quickly here. Bad news is I guess I could just go get more coins. There's so many red hearts here. There's no reason not to continue gambling unless the machine itself blows up. And we have effectively put 99 cents into the machines and the gambling mechanics. And all we've managed to really do with that is lower our health down. Which, yeah, I don't think you'd normally call that a success. Alright, let's run up here. Kinda have enough bombs to be blowing up these things. If I'm gonna put a bomb down, I should use it. Right. The problem that we'll run into now is if we are going to use this, we have enough, you know, we're going to use this, we're going to have to run back to the room with all the red hearts and trade that one hit at a time for coins, which is going to be incredibly slow. Do this. Do this. Do this. Then do that. And we'll keep on gambling while we're at it. arguably maybe we should take these coins with us, but I guess not really, because there's nothing you can do with them after this point. So we're just building up our collection. There we go. There's no more red hearts. And we now are back to just gambling. And it's only slightly better if I got another health down pill. That would let me put more black hearts towards the end. I guess this guy could drop out a bunch more red hearts. And then we could keep on gambling. Could also give me money equals power, and at this point that probably wouldn't do much. Interesting. Health up versus a balls of steel. I don't know if there's a reason to use a health up pill now. I don't even know if I really believe it is a health up pill. Alright. Let's blow this up. Let's drop the health up. Take this and these 2 coins. Yeah. And I just don't think there's anything else left to do. We don't have enough coins for the fight. So you take Dad's key to open all doors. We have 2 balls of steel. We have our able soul. We don't have enough for another charge there. We come over here. And we have a black heart, which I should have taken earlier, but whatever. Okay, let's go fight Mom's foot. And a deal with the devil would be a tough deal, certainly, trading soul hearts, but I could also see it being very helpful. So I took 1 damage, but I don't think that's a good reason to pop the balls of steel at this point. And we are doing alright against Mom's foot. This also probably highlights how hard is not particularly that hard. Right, so yeah. I think for safety's sake you just take the Polaroid and go to the chest. Brimstone, massive damage up, or Mom's knife, massive damage up. I don't know if this is the orbital knife or the regular one, so let's take Brimstone. And let's see what that did. Well, it changed how we're gonna play, I guess, more than anything. And we won't immediately try the balls of steel, but it wouldn't make a terrible decision to pop the balls of steel right now. I was hoping Brimstone would have increased our damage more, but maybe it just increases your base damage, and maybe I would have been better off not playing that way. going poorly. The charge up here is bad. I may have set myself up for failure. Yeah, I don't think it's worth that. We have 2-room charge, so using Dad's key to see if there was a secret room to the left was the option, not the best option in retrospect. Yeah, this wind-up is bad. It is a really slow charge. So we need... Yeah, I should have done it here. That way I could have figured out 2 rooms instead of just potentially 1. And that helps me slightly because... Let's see. Should I use balls of steel now? Not yet. We now know what a secret room is. So it'd only be a slight effort to then try and figure out what a super secret room is. And then that saves us some bombs for, I suppose, more aggressive gameplay with usage. Yeah, there's definite problems there. This is way too slow. My little infested baby is doing most of the damage here. We've got pretty much everything you'd want. I think at this point you do pop a balls of steel. Yeah, flying, you have. Yeah. Here's an experiment. Will this get rid of that? No. So if I go in there, in the cursed room, I will take damage on the way out. And I guess that is probably whole heart damage, isn't it? Yeah. That wasn't a smart move. Yep. We might very well be in a situation where, unless we're thinking we're going to get something out of these rooms, we should just run to the boss room. Yeah, unless they're going to hand us a golden chest. Or a red chest. And me having explosive tear bombs on top of the red blocks, potentially having explosive tear bombs that can damage me, is not a good combination. Because you just can easily accidentally run into something thinking you're immune to it. In all fairness, if I had taken the mom's knife and it was the standard mom's knife and not the orbital mom's knife, that too would have fairly drastically changed my gameplay strategy. And there's basically only 2 rooms left after this, but let's go take on the fight first. Okay, we just don't know what this is. Breakfast HP up. It's not very useful. Getting more bombs. It's not particularly useful. I already looked in the curse room. I think what you do here is we try for tinted rocks. I think you fail pretty badly if you don't try for that. So yeah, we'll put a rock here, put a bomb there, put a bomb there, put a bomb there, put that, put a bomb there, put a bomb there. I think we just have so many bombs. Put one there. One, two. This is a good practice to just try and figure out which rocks, if any, are tinted rocks. I guess we take on this room. And I was not charging up, expecting that third round. So, balls of steel time. Trying to protect these black hearts. Could have also used Dad's key to just escape this room. This easily could be a situation where we will have to just hope to beat Mom's heart, and if we can go further in the chest, that's great, but if we end up just dying, whatever. Like, all we're doing is proving that we can beat Mom's heart on hard. We're not really accomplishing anything else of importance. Unlocking co-player, couch co-op babies is a secret that is mentioned, I suppose, and then unlockable, but it's also content that a single player like me is never going to have any use for. And I guess it is a matter of almost philosophy as far as, are the secrets and collectibles for OCD people who are going to do everything you ask of them, even if they're not getting really any benefit or much benefit from unlocking that content, or are they going to, or are secrets and unlockables more a way of guiding your average player? There's been plenty of games that have had achievements and things like that that are very focused on the idea of collecting everything in the game, 100%ing it, grinding out the most boring, most annoying parts of the game. Is it worth wasting bombs at this point? No, I don't think so. We found one soul heart, and the rock that we blew up to find that one soul heart honestly did not look any different than any of the other rocks. In at least Afterbirth, if not earlier, there are super hard rocks that take 2 bombs. Like super tinted rocks. I think we may have a somewhat difficult decision here that may not actually be that difficult. Nope. I was thinking this would be a dice room. And honestly, if it was a dice room that re-rolled a d6 or something, that re-rolled your stats, I think I would do that. Like, just changing all the items we have into a different group of items probably would be nice. We've messed ourselves up with the brimstone so much that I would take just about anything else instead. Games like this can get also complicated if they have a system where you need to take things in specific order. So taking like a soy milk and then getting a major damage increase would come to mind. Come on. It's interesting that the bomb appeared there because there was a rock there originally. Taking hints again. This is taking too long. Yeah, I just want to just want to find the boss and move on. Let's just find Mom's Heart and go with this level of soul hearts. I don't think there's a high chance too much else happening. I mean, we could go in here certainly and then like do this, but that didn't even unlock the door. Interesting. I thought it would. So I don't even... So oddly, Dad's key, which should unlock everything, I would think, still not unlocking challenge rooms. So the one soul heart we just got proved to be useless, whereas any other collection of teleport technology would have teleported me out of the room and helped me actually avoid fighting these guys. And yeah, I'm going quiet, just trying to actually win here, trying not to blow this at the last minute since it's been an hour and 30 minutes. And ideally, I would like to be able to succeed at beating Mom's Heart with all of the characters. That is fairly questionable whether that happens though. Because I would effectively at that point have to beat Mom's Heart on hard with the blue baby, and even beating Mom's Heart on normal with the blue baby tends to be questionable. Not a guarantee for sure. I don't think it's worth it going into the curse room. Honestly, don't think it's worth it going. Let's go down. There we go. Let's see, if I was to get something like PhD at this point, it'd be kind of fairly silly. Right, 3 is probably not worth anything. Guppy's head for flies versus Dad's key. I don't know what 3 does. So let's very possibly just changes everything in the room. Let's drop these 2 bad pills. And then let's keep on playing. And yeah, we can't do anything with that for sure. I'm gonna just leave the coins on the floor too. Yeah, that in case it just re-rolls. Dice room 3 just re-rolls everything on the floor. We'll leave as many things on the floor as possible, unless they're going to be soul hearts, and in that case we'll take them. I guess the odds of having 2 soul heart bearing tinted rocks in the same room are probably 0. You would really have to be crazy though to intentionally take damage at this point, like in the womb. Yeah. Darn it. Getting a key is useless. Challenge room, we already did. Theoretically, you could have like a ton of red hearts in the womb and use the blood machine, but yeah, I just can't imagine anybody really doing that. And all you would really get, wow, there's a major slowdown. All you potentially would get was like a blood bag and a HP up for a major time consumment. It may be that there is just no secret rooms or super secret rooms. We can go get the fly generator, and I think it's probably worth that. These look different. They don't do anything different. There kind of couldn't be a secret room here. Kind of can't be a secret room on the left or right of that. You would think that would mean the secret room is there, but it's not showing that. Wow. So what I want to test here is, can you blow your way into a dice room? Seemingly the answer is yes. There are no more pills or anything, so yeah, we go all the way up here, and we'll take 2 battery charges of guppy to give us more flies, and then we'll run all the way back down. And I'm just assuming, thank goodness I can fly, walking over the spikes like that, I'm just gonna have to assume that I don't re-roll everything I'm holding or something like that in the dice in the D3 room, and ideally everything left on the floor gets re-rolled, and then there would just be a ridiculous amount of soul hearts everywhere. Let's just see what this does. Alright. That turned that to a key. And the curved horn damage up. Which I don't know if that wouldn't be better to take with us. We now have bombs. Things that have gotten turned into chests. Coins. So a lot of things just labeled as kind of question mark symbols. We really don't have enough bombs to be wasting. If anything, a bombs are key would be a decent pull. Goat heads, interesting. So that whole deal was worth it. Because now we can potentially get a deal with the devil. Or ideally a deal with the angel. And it's still worth it to run all the way this direction. Take an eternal heart. And I guess the question now just comes down to, do we want faster damage, which would probably give us increased likelihood of success, or do we want to potentially have a 20% chance of resurrecting his blue baby? And honestly, generally speaking, I think I probably would stick with blue baby, but for this first run I think we want success, so we're going to take the damage up. On that same note, it would also logically follow that I should just take the guppy's head and use that. Oh, the wind up here is terrible. Like, I think we are going to luck out here and probably beat Mom's Heart and then struggle past that point at this rate. Alright, we've unlocked Cute Baby, which then means we can go in here and basically do nothing. And up we go to see if maybe we can take on Isaac and Blue Baby, but I don't know how we really pull that off. One thing we can definitely do is make a special effort to not fight everybody and instead just use Dad's key to bail out. Yeah, might as well leave the coins. Take the bombs. So down we go this way. It's not even doing anything. I'm just trying to cheat my way through. Alright, well, this is a bad situation. Just making a whole bunch of floating head enemies, of which some of them look very similar to the mouse going up and down, that are the immortal kind, and others are just constantly going to splinter into smaller sections with this incredibly slow wind up. Yeah, if you had damage here, that would help. Suppose maybe I could get lucky and everything would be split enough that one hit of Blackheart damage would kill almost everything in the room. But clearly it didn't kill everything. Taking forever. And there's just not enough bombs to blow up rocks like that. So next, that didn't work, so yes, is there really a good reason to go in there and try that out? I don't think there is. Let's go ahead and pop this, take this. Yeah, coins, not useful. I mean, we could pop this just to see if there was some way that the path wrapped around, but that was highly unlikely to be the case. And see, this very possibly is going to end in our death, but we still beat Mom's heart, and that was really the only thing we needed to do, so it doesn't really matter. So we may lose our streak, but otherwise be unaffected by a less than 100% stellar run. And the lesson to learn here is don't just stupidly take brimstone, and just sometimes, I think, be content with what you have. Also, Maggie, slow character, so her slowness probably is affecting Brimstone's charge up speed. And our stats certainly just didn't get improved enough. I guess there's no reason not to just take that now. And take these 2 heart pieces now. We've got 3 hits before we're dead. Polaroid is not helping us as much as it could be. We already found the secret room, so using Dad's key kinda doesn't make sense. Let's see if we can skip. Nope. Okay. Well, that was 150 minutes, and it got the completion mark, which is really all we needed to do. I don't think I would boss rush with Maggie, so if there was going to be any boss rushing, it would have to be Isaac. And I think, honestly, I'm just not to the point where a boss rush, that was stupid, on hard is like viable. I think you want to probably boss rush and get a successful boss rush with your character first, and then first on normal, then on hard. And honestly, I don't know if anybody was able to play Binding of Isaac on hard without ever having played it and beaten it multiple times on normal mode. Whereas so many other games, you start on hard difficulty by default, or at least a lot of players do. I generally tend not to. I could for a lot of games, but a lot of them I couldn't. But I tend to find him often just grindier and more boring if you put him in hard mode versus normal mode. But yeah, I just don't suspect that is the way Isaac could have ever been really played. You have to kind of cross the streams there when they run and warp him. Alright. Just stay ahead and then switch. This is gonna take forever. Still find the Haunt to be an annoying boss. Alright. Speed and range up versus just range up is totally a good deal. Take that, take that. There's no hearts or anything. Let's move on. Did we get the item in? No, I think we skipped the item room for boss rushing. Oops. One free item room skipped. And we have no keys. I have the infestation items. So no, I did pick that up, didn't I? Otherwise I wouldn't be spawning all these flies. It's not a bad item. Just because you're effectively getting one of the few things the Guppy has as its benefit very early, or easier. Although in all fairness, any one Guppy item might be worth a little bit more than that. See, now you have this weird situation because you have a D6 where I would have to go through the entire floor to charge it, which actually then highlights where Isaac as a boss rush character doesn't make a lot of sense, particularly playing on normal mode where you seem to have fewer rooms and the floors get bigger on hard mode. So like I think you're potentially losing potential there. By, yep, mom's knife. Right, that's gonna have a different gameplay style. HP up and regeneration is not a bad offering. Go this way. Get dry baby. Is there anything else to get here? I don't think so. Like I have no idea what a super secret room would be. I just don't think it's worth it to take that and try and re-roll it. We'll see if we can re-roll the next run. Not really living up to the idea of one last run as a concept, because clearly this episode should have just ended with the Maggie run instead of coming back and trying to do an Isaac normal boss rush. But I would like to end this series with a boss rush success, but I am not willing to actually make extra episodes in that pursuit. A little chub, dropping hearts. Reroll that for speed and damage up. Not a bad deal. Over here's not worth it. Even if we did find a pedestal item like that, we would have to then have enough charge to potentially replace it. Which that could be fairly demanding. Yep. Just going quiet again. I'm trying to A, rush, and B, not die. Getting HP up and regeneration would be very useful, but it does also kind of open up an avenue of frustration. If I go in here, my only hope would be to go into this and end up fighting Greed. And that didn't happen. So I have a 5-cent battery charge to reroll something. We should touch this first. And there's really no reason not to attempt to use this, so yeah, that was worth testing. I mean, that's not a bad trade, but it's not what I was looking for. go in the challenge room and fight anybody? No, we didn't. Hmm. 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 Just gotta hurry up and kill these guys and not take damage. Can avoid it. Alright, well. Troll bombs and bombs. Reroll that. Now we have 2 mom's knives. Well, one of them's the sacrificial dagger, but they look very similar. So we're doing a knives run. So we'll just blow this guy up, I guess. And then, yeah, blow this up. And see what that does for us. We are min-maxing now instead of boss rushing. But in all fairness, if we don't do a little bit of this now, we are going to just fail miserably anyways. Hmm. There we go. Let us get out of here as quickly as possible now. I don't think there were any soul hearts sitting on the ground or anything like that. Down we go. And yeah, we're slightly ahead, but we really would have to rush through the next floor. Luck up. Not bad. Go further to the right, I guess. Wrong way. Upward. We'll see. Alright, we've got a battery. So if we can find the item, that could be very useful. Let's see. Let's probably re-roll that. Still definitely finding it very difficult to find the things that need to be found. Right. We are in caves too, which I don't think is Mom's foot. Alright, cross tiers. That changes things. I think we just take this and take this and unless we think that the secret room is here and we're willing to spend a bomb on it, which we're not, we'll just do this. Speed up, and we've got a pill. 2 more floors. But questionable, certainly, as far as what it would take to get through a room like this, or get through the boss fight with this build. We kind of heavily need a deal with the devil. Range down, not the thing we're looking for. Have to remember I don't have flying, and can easily just be damaged. Four-way Loki shots don't happen enough. Again, I'm going quiet, just trying to win. I will take that. Might as well take the Wiggle Worm. That would be interesting, I suppose. This weapons seems pretty awful as far as actually being able to hit things, and it seems to slow down the whole process, so I need to find a second to drop things. Come on. Okay. What does this do? Mirrored Buddy. Potentially should have re-rolled that. 15-cent re-rolls to that. That's pretty bad. 5 cents for a soul heart would be nice. Temperance here. It's not going to help us with anything, so let's blow it up. I should have put it up over here so I could have blown it up with him. Right. I get another 2 cents. Maybe I'd come back and get the battery, but probably not. So regeneration, I suppose, could help us a little bit. Is there a decent chance we know what a super secret room is? No. Is there any more things we can do? No. I think we put a bomb here and hope for some black hearts. That's the best we can do. Moving on. Alright. Dead cat, 9 lives with nothing else. We would need just a massive amount of assistance here as far as soul hearts. Regeneration now also fairly pointless. Our damage is obviously not high. Oops. And all I need to do is accidentally take damage one more time and I'll be 1 heart down. Ideally, what we would have happen is we would run into a deal with the devil, which I think I can see forever. It's not the best item ever, but this is kind of a great guy to run up and stab. This is not a bad guy to run up and stab, however. Right, well, moving on. Yeah, if you were consistently getting this set up where things were slowed down, in every room, then maybe there would be something of interest. That was a really large payout, but I guess arguably not as large as you would liked it to be, because it didn't stat change anything. We have amnesia, so I'm just gonna work my way to the left and hope that is the right direction. Right, let's... Guess I'm supposed to... I could try and use my little mirror buddy to shoot this guy, but that took forever. This is hardly boss rush strategies. Give me something. Suppose it's worth doing this. Guppy. Pull that, reroll that. Temporary invincibility. Full health, pill. Homing shots. Interesting. Get a battery, that would be nice. Right, well, apparently we can get a battery. But I don't think we can really afford that. I think it makes a lot more sense to take the soul heart first and this. Yeah, and the big 9-volt battery I think actually doesn't work for us. Okay. Our stats do suck, so let's re-roll ourselves. And now we have something incredibly different. A soul heart generator. Yeah. We can't really goof around with boss rush still being our goal, but yeah, that seems like that did open up a path to success, even if it would take incredibly long to beat those guys. There's no way that's going to last. Okay, I missed a soul heart. Stupid. Explosive diarrhea. This is a little slow, but not crazy slow. We potentially here are going to get into the boss rush. The question after that certainly would be, are we going to succeed in the boss rush after it? It's not like I'm particularly warmed up. There's been this prolonged break since I was heavily playing Isaac, and now just this fight alone can easily take you over that 20-minute mark. We were at 22:42. Yeah, and since we're not even playing on hard mode, you might as well just straight up exit the game at that point and just make a new run. Yeah. It maybe doesn't affect your win streak if you do it that way. Maybe it does. It kind of doesn't matter one way or the other. Once again, we end this one last run episode with realizing it would have been easier and just more time efficient to have stopped making content after we had beaten Mom's Heart with Magdalene instead of trying to do a boss rush. Which, even at that, had that boss rush worked for us, it really wouldn't have worked particularly well. I almost wonder if Eden boss rushes might be better than anything, simply because you might start with a faster speed as Eden than any of the other characters who seem to default at a 1, with the exception of Maggie, which defaults at a 2. So yeah, I guess that would be a consideration. Next time we'll do Cain on hard mode. Stats wise, we unlocked one more character, got more deaths. We are up to 48 mom kills, so we'll almost certainly get 50 of those. Secrets wise and items wise, though, I don't think we unlocked anything more than one cute baby co-op character. Which, yeah, it's probably not worth 2 hours and 18 minutes to play on hard mode to unlock a co-op baby, unless you're just chomping at the bit to play more Isaac. And for most people who aren't just going to play the game for potentially 8 hours plus a day, several days a week, you probably would want to play a little bit more Isaac in smaller doses. But for me, and the way a YouTuber and a video game critic would have to do things, I'm fairly burned out of Isaac, so I can't imagine a scenario where even a few months from now I'd want to come back and just play Rebirth alone, particularly knowing since that there is Afterbirth DLC, Afterbirth Plus DLC, and Repentance DLC. Like, I would totally be willing to come back in a few months and play Afterbirth, the next bit of DLC, which adds more content and more items and more things to do. But just coming back and playing a little bit more of Rebirth to get the last 2% of items that need to be unlocked is not really worth my time. Anyways, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend to follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.